Right, guys, we're going to York today. We're setting off from Nelson. I'm going in a Harley 883. Yeah, welcome to my channel, guys. Over the next few months, we're going to be doing some rides. Today, we're going over to York, stopping over the night in York. Tomorrow, we're going over to Scarborough, and then we're going to be going around the Yorkshire Dales overnight in Scarborough. And then, hopefully, on Sunday, weather permitting, we're going to do the coastal route into along Scarborough and back home, which is Nelson in Lancashire. Yeah, so stay tuned. There'll be plenty of some videos coming up for the the vlog. Hope you like it. You know, in this video we're going to be riding from Nelson, going over to Clitheroe, meeting up with the people, meeting up with the guys, the rest of them. I'll give you a commentary on the Sportster 883 on how it rides, etc. If you noticed, I put the 10-inch lifts on it, which I find really good. Yeah, just waiting for one of my colleagues to come the side of the road. Yeah, so also just waiting. I'll tell you about Sportster. Like I say, when I bought the Sportster, I was looking for the 1200 as well. And in all fairness, the 883 and the 1200 there's not much difference in the torque. Now the bottom end torque on the 883 is surprisingly good. I've taken it to high speeds, and it gets up to 70 easy. Now, from what I know, and what people are saying is that the 1200's got the top end speed. You know, you'll get a bit more out of it, but in all fairness, between the both bikes, there's not much really difference in the torque. Yeah, they come now, a colleague, one on the 650, one on the CBF. Yeah, so the when I got this bike, it initially had some drag bars on, and all honesty, it might look nice, but comfort wise and riding wise, it wasn't. You know, you're buying a Harley. Harley's, you know, you want to cruise on it. You don't want to be riding it like a sports bike. And done some touches on the 10-inch lift on the handlebars, and honestly, a fantastic riding position it gives now. Yeah, it gives and the I don't know whether you can hear it, but the exhaust has the Harley sound. You know, it's got the Evo engine in it, and anybody knows the Evo engine, the absolutely bomb-proof. You know, it's fantastic, right? So to give some where we are now, we're in Nelson. We're going to be heading from Nelson through Sabden, down into Clitheroe. Then we're going to be meeting up with my brother. He's got the Indian FTR. and then from there we'll be going to from there heading over to York this evening. Weather permitted, hopefully it stays nice. You know, it was a bit nasty this morning, but it's turned out really nice, you know, nice and warm. These traffic lights take ages, honestly. Well, the pickup on the 883 is fantastic, honestly. Can't go wrong with the pickup. And the sound that it gives, unreal. Honestly, unreal. More traffic lights. Nelson, eh? It's changed a lot since I was a kid. Sports takeaways now. Only thing you see is takeaways. Going back to the bike, but when you do the 883 you have to change the wires, the cables and so forth. Luckily this one I didn't need anything doing. The only thing I did is the brake cable, and that I needed a junction box. And there's no advertisement here, but I found that junction box from ARH Customs online. It's £70, but it gives the fact that you can change the brake lines anytime you want. It's not like a sealed unit. Yeah, so it's got the aftermarket filter on there. The exhaust, the end cans are aftermarket end cans, and gives that sound, beautiful sound. Yeah, so this is Nelson, guys. When I got the bypass, it was coming up now in about 5 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, and you'll see the torque on it. The torque is just amazing. Really, really surprised me. I was a bit dubious because I've gone from you know, sport bar handling bikes, and I've gone to this, and initially I was a bit dubious in respect to the torque on it. Is really, really good. I have no problems overtaking. So we'll just be coming out to Nelson now. We're going to get onto the Clitheroe bypass. It takes you past Sabden. Sabden and Lemons. When you go through Sabden's a beautiful place. It's going up to the Pendle area. The pickup on the torque, I'm only in 3rd gear and I'm easily in 50. I can, you know, it's still got plenty more it wants to go to. The dash is really good. It has the revs, it has your gear indicator. It's nothing to you know, sing home about, but it has the main things. This one has the ABS. If I'm right speaking, I think the ABS came as an optional extra. Yeah, but this one has the ABS. ABS on it. To be honest, I've only had one bike that's got an ABS, and I think the ABS you know, it's a good safety feature, but I think it all depends on the rider really. And of course, when you know, you have to slam your brakes and it's going to stop from skidding, which in hindsight, yeah, it's a good thing. And it just, Harley just cruises, honestly. Cruises. You know, and it gives that wow factor, you know, when you're riding through the town and everything, like people give you the stare, the nod, you know, which is great. Be quiet for about 5 minutes whilst we go into Sabden. You guys can just enjoy some of the scenery. Lancashire, honestly, I think Lancashire, you know, Yorkshire, North Wales, Lake District, you know, these areas, scenery wise and the biking roads, oh, they're fantastic. Going back to the, just before I go quiet for a bit, we're coming into Higham now, just before Sabden. Just before Sabden, the tank, sorry, getting back to the tank. The tank off the top of my head holds about 6.3, just short of 7 litres I think it is. On that tank, you know, you'll get you'll get easy 110 miles out of it, easy. You know, so I know it's a small tank, but you're never going to be short of any petrol stations. What I would do recommend, and what I should have done for this ride, is you carry the 1 litre spare fuel tank, a fuel bottle just in case. But I've got 3 other people with me, so if it worst comes to worst, one of them can go get some petrol. But it should be fine. I'll go through the bikes I've had. When I first passed my test, I started off with the Suzuki SP650. It was an alright bike, you know, it was nothing special, it was only a 99, it was an old one. And, you know, at that time, that's the only thing I could really afford. I had that for a few months, I sold it, and then winter time I got a steal. I got a Kawasaki ER6F on a 2012. And that was a really big step up from the 650. What I noticed about the Kawasaki is the amount of gear changes that you had to do when you're slowing down. There was not enough power there to keep the bike going. You just kept judding. It was really, really annoying. So that one sold, and then I went over, and then I thought I'd get the bigger engine, so I went got a Triumph Sprint, the 995. Oh, what a difference! Sorry, the 9555. What a big difference, honestly. It sounded scary, you know, going to a 1000cc, but coming from a 650 to 1000, honestly, the handling, it actually felt more safer to ride with that, ride that than the smaller bikes. I think it's because of the weight and the power ratio. Completely different. Triumph, after I bought a Honda VFR 800. That was a good bike, really good bike. I had that for a few months, and then I got a good deal on a Bandit, Suzuki Bandit 600, and then I sold that one. Then from the Bandit, I bought a KTM 990 Super Duke. Let me tell you guys, power-wise, the 990 Super Duke was actually a death trap. You know, the power was on tap. There were no lagging in the power, guys. Let me get that one thing straight. There's no lagging in the power, and it was just too powerful, way too powerful. You know, there were no ABS, nothing, and having that kind of power, between your legs, it was just like instant tap. It was just stupidly fast. So that had to go. I couldn't ride that. That was like a accident waiting to happen. And then from the 990, went and bought this, and never looked back since. Honestly, I wouldn't go back to a sports bike style riding or a street bike, and no chance. Not after riding this. I think the next upgrade from this will be the either a Harley Fat Boy or the Harley Street Glide, something on them lines. But yeah, we're coming through into Sabden. We've just gone past Higham in Lancashire, coming through Sabden. There's some nice roads up here. It's a bit of a nightmare when it snows like, but coming up here at the moment is nice. Good roads. This bend's a bit dodgy. Very dodgy bend because the water accumulates here, and in the winter time it becomes like an ice rink. And look, some people who just come down these roads are flying down. You know, there's why are people so impatient? This guy's got plenty of money, just taking the mic. Some people with driving really big cars and they can't bloody drive. That guy, is it? These people, I say 80% of people have all these big 4x4s and that. They can't even drive them. Honestly, it's like a trend now. And then like a trend. Oh, let's see who can buy the biggest 4x4, but guys, I can't drive it though. You know, they stick to small cars. They got no sense of, you know, the road width or anything like that. Sometimes you start, and they become dangerous on the roads. I think that they're like high and mighty. Yeah, that's ramped over. I'll just give them my views. Look, plenty of room. Sorry guys, it's a bad road this. We've got plenty of room. Look how I'm not commenting anymore. Oh, I'll tell you what I did change on this bike. The seats. So I changed the seat from the standard sports seat to from the Harley 48. 48. It looks nicer. Some people say it's not as comfy, but to be fair, I find it more comfy than the sports seat. The sports seat just looks ugly. Just has that ugly look about it. Just bulky and ugly and just looks ugly and old. So now guys, we're in Sabden. It's a small village. It's a nice little village this. The handling on the 883 is good. I'm not going to sit here saying it's it's better than the sports bikes. Obviously it's not, but handling for a cruiser is good. It goes around the corners nicely. You feel at this position with the handlebars on the Mini 8, it gives you that sense of like control on the bike. You know, it's such a comfortable ride. You have so much control over the bike. So I'm in second gear now, going up upgrading to like 50% and it's just easing up the road. You know, if I snap the throttle, you can feel the torque in it. It's got good low end torque, and that's a good thing because a lot of cruisers out there don't have it, and that's when it becomes a bit of a boring ride, you know. Sissy ball to the back of it as well, with a small luggage rack just to hold it. Like this time I've had to strap a rucksack to it. It worked good. It's not the best. Ideally, what I could do with putting on is some proper Harley panniers, but they're bloody expensive, guys. Bloody expensive. It's not point putting the aftermarket stuff on because it just looks nasty and cheap, especially for the panniers. It's not fit well. It's not fit well. And my brother we're going to meet now, he's bought Indian FTR, the 1200 Sport. Oh, what a machine! Honestly, a lovely bike. And he had the same issue, so he put the Indian pannier on the side because on the FTRs, I don't know whether you guys know or not, but the FTRs he only has a pannier on one side because of the exhaust, and the other side it points up too much. Now look at this again, big car going like a little slug. But anyway, so yeah, he has the pannier, so he's put the FTR, he bought himself the aftermarket one initially, and he just looked out of place, and now he's put he bought the FTR one. Obviously it is a bit more, surprisingly more, but the fit quality and the appearance on the bike and how it flows with the lines is completely different. So yeah, if you're gonna go panniers, guys, don't do the aftermarket, especially if you're gonna keep them on. You know, if it's like a one-off or something like that, a ride here and there, it's fine. But if you're gonna keep them on, then always go for the original. Always go for the original. So if you can see the hill in front of me, to the left of this camera, right in the distance, that's Pendle Hill, famous hill for Pendle, where the witches were back in the 1800s, and apparently that's where they got lynched or killed, or whatever happened to them. But yeah, and there's some nice villages around Pendle there. Roughly Cattle Bottoms. Yeah, it's a nice place around there. It's a nice place, and in the summertime I'll be going up there. Not riding the bike up Pendle, but I'll be going up to the Pendle and try and get into the top. I'm going to try and vlog that as well. So you guys who are not from around here or don't know about Pendle, I'm going to get a bit of history. Yeah, this road. So this road leads onto the bypass for Clitheroe. So you can take into Clitheroe and you can go up to Gisborne as well. It's a nice ride. Hopefully when we get to the McDonald's, my brother will be waiting, and before I switch off for this first video, obviously I'm going to pick the video back up when we set off again from the meeting point over to York, and I'll try and give as much commentary as I can in respect to where we're going, where we're heading. Hopefully you can get a look at the FTR that was on about. If it's there before us, I'm sure it will be. So we'll be heading back over to the right. At the moment we're going towards Waller. Just to get to the McDonald's. So we're going to stand still. See the pickup on it is great. So I'm in third gear, it's gone up to 70. Great. Brilliant. There's plenty of power there, you know, the more power than you actually need. That cloud doesn't look promising, does it? In the distance, the grey cloud. So the rain stays away before we get to York. I'm not really bothered about riding the rain, guys, but we've got some riders with us today that are not really experienced the rain, and they find it quite difficult. They're a bit dubious of riding in the rain, which is understandable. You know, you need to get experience in it. Once you get the experience and the confidence, that you realise that the rain is just the rain at the end of the day. You know, you have to ride the bike like you're in the rain. You know, I mean, you're not going to ride it like you're on a hot summer day. So it's all about playing. You know, riding like you would if you're driving a car, for example. If you're in the rain, you're not going to go pulling wheel spins and going bonkers on your bike. You know, it is what it is. Well, I actually thought I was coming off at this junction, but I'm not. I'm going straight on. Bit of a rookie error, that. Services for Clitheroe. Gonna fuel up, probably get a bite to before we set off, get some chicken tea. When I pull into the services, hopefully you'll see the FTR parked up. Beautiful bike. Is he parked there? I don't think he's here. There he is, it's the FTR, a man with the FTR.